Hello, hello. I wanted to personally welcome each and every one of you to what we're going to be calling the Nueva ALMA Podcast. It's kind of like conversations from the couch with me. We're going to call this one episode number 1, right? What is the podcast? What can you expect from the channel? It's going to be really all here in YouTube and some other places too. We will, consider where we can get it also put in, right? So before we even begin, I really want to I just want to invite everyone to just sit down and let's just take a deep inhale breath and open mouth, exhale. One more time. Inhale and then exhale. And then just settle in. I really want you to get comfortable, like really wonderful. Welcome. So what is the Nueva Alma? What is Nueva Alma, right? In this introductory episode, I really want to explain a little bit more of what the content is going to be and what you can expect from me to be producing and delivering to you like on a weekly and a monthly basis. And basically, I want you to get comfortable with the channel. I want you to explore. So as a listener, you're going to get to know me, Erica Garcia Abigail, both as a senior level yoga educator and a holistic coach. But I also plan to cover a lot of topics in the ALMA, ALMA acronym to support you in all of your different interests, right? Because my goal is to introduce you to what I like to call work for me as a yoga teacher, mentor, personal, purpose driven life coach, but also just like life. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm still taking on clients. I help people both in person here in Puerto Rico, also remotely. And I would love to connect with each and every one of you. So comment here, write to me, whatever it is that feels that your spirit pokes at you, how to connect with me, feel free. Do it, because I call those like divine interruptions. And what I usually ask you is, what called you to the podcast? Did you just know me? Did a friend tell you? Why did you want to listen? And then pause and listen and take a few minutes to really just deep dive, say, okay, there's obviously going to be some information here that's going to resonate with me. So I might as well just probably just introduce myself to you in this channel to see what about it, at least in the bio, right, is what's going to resonate. And I invite you and I encourage you to save this video. Like I said, comment afterwards, definitely subscribe to the channel. It's going to be packed with a lot of episodes that I'm gearing up to record for you. The brief is, who am I? I'm Erica Garcia Abigail, and I'm a New Yorican born, raised, in the Bronx. And then I recently relocated to Puerto Rico in 2023. And my life experiences have really just inspired me to help others. Am I unique? Not really. But, life happens. And sometimes we think we're the only ones going through it and that, or have survived it. And therefore, as a yoga teacher, a yoga mentor, life coach, I share a lot of the tools that are really accessible that I not only teach in teacher trainings, but also in the coaching and in a lot of studies. A lot of it I use on myself as my own guinea pig as I've worked on my own healing and traumas and stuff, like, daddy issues, mommy issues, latchkey kids, 70s and 80s, growing up, trying to fit in a multicultural neighborhood. I was Latina, predominantly in the Caucasian side of the Bronx, and I wasn't, Caucasian enough, but then I wasn't Latina enough, and all the, imposter syndrome stuff, trying to fit in, being the awkward stages of growing up and the stuff that just sticks with you, right? And you don't realize until later on that it has lingered. And many of us now, like, this stuff's coming up. It just does. And I'm in my 50s and I've embraced my body. I've embraced the imposter syndrome, but I've always been authentic to who I am. Don't mind my potty mouth. I've embraced my grays. I've embraced my curls. But what's had me really excited in the last year is that I really am growing a much deeper connection with the rich culture and my roots and embracing all of these ancient healings and spiritual practices of Puerto Rico, and my Puerto Rican heritage. And I feel so fulfilled. I got here because after working 31 years in the finance industry, simultaneously with my yoga and mindfulness space, I was like 2 decades there. I was successfully able to negotiate out of corporate America in 2023. So the move to Puerto Rico was not, it was semi-planned, but it was kind of sudden. It was sped up a bit. Um, and it was fantastic because during the pandemic, I was able to work with a lot of Fortune 500 companies offering wellness and mindfulness. And having seen all of my peers and my peer sisters, the ones that have been hitting the grind and the hustle, and, are paid but still struggling to be recognized or respected as a true peer or contributor to their companies. You know, I know that many people say, well, this is my daytime career. And then you go home and you're holding households. And these women are healing their own shit, right? But they're also raising really good kids and they're dealing with aging parents. And they may have lost a lover too. They're dealing with their own health issues, managing what can I do to just put some food in my body, get the laundry done, get the kids' homework done. And people always asking women like us, like, why are you so burnt out? What are you tired of? Well, like, hello, I'm tired. I'm always doing a lot of things. And this was pre and post pandemic. And I know I'm speaking to you, right? And throughout each one of our chapters of our lives, stuff comes up. And I've always called myself my own Shiro of my story because I too have a lot of those same hurdles that I've had to go through in life. So through this Nueva ALMA podcast is where I'm going to share a lot of my journey. But it's also going to give you a lot of tips and tools for your own healing and empowerment. And my goal is to become like a friend in your head and your heart when I speak. And so that you can feel as you watch that you're being seen, and I want it to become like your favorite weekly listen, as you're in the car, as you're enjoying your morning cafecito. And it's like our get together, like our brunch or cafecito, like, and pan, or even libations with you and your sister friends. Like, hey girl, did you hear this week's podcast? So this podcast is designed to support you, right? It's going to support you with lots of fun and engaging topics, really in a non-dogmatic and really broad-based approach, because that's kind of how I am. I pick from a little bit of everywhere. So I'm going to build on week by week by week, month by month by month, with a focus on holistic wellness coaching, kind of vibe to it. So expect like engaging topics, some homework, some to-do stuff. Always come with like your journal or like be ready to like hit save and, just, come back to it because there'll be a lot of like purpose-driven life coach, like energy, right? So what we'll explore under A, asana, is yoga. You'll simply find maybe a simple yoga pose, something you could do right at your desk, or deep dive into a specific asana that you've been struggling with. And I'll always take recommendations or requests and totally put in comments like, hey, can you talk about A, B, and C and whatever. It'll be perfect for those who just want to like learn about yoga, are in the middle of yoga teacher training, or someone who just wants to really get deeper into an asana or your physical practice, right? And so in the mindfulness, and that's going to be mindfulness, meditation, pranayama, prayers, techniques tailored to really focus on those who are interested in learning techniques that are going to just help them live a little bit more peacefully. Individuals who range from like busy executives to the multitasking moms, those who are struggling with stress and anxiety issues that maybe they're not even talking about, right? Or something as simple as insomnia or more, right? I'm going to provide guided meditations, prayers, and for those who are spiritually open and interested, you can listen to those too. You'll see that they're really non-dogmatic. And they can be practiced by all and embraced by all. And I'm here to also help you find like manifesting tips or letters to the universe or healing inner child, moon phase stuff, all that stuff. I skip the L because it's lifestyle. And I think the A and the M kind of combine the lifestyle, which is really teaching a real life approach to taking those tools and then using like your wellness wheel and then really approach like clean eating, Ayurvedic approaches to finding balance, juicing, what can you do to explore fresh herbs, essential oils. You'll get a lot of recipes and blends. Again, all using me as a guinea pig. but it'll all be easily accessible to you that you can actually just add one or two little things to your daily routines. The last A is self-acceptance, right? So through all ALM, we can find our own self practices, self rituals, because with all of this, it is your self-acceptance that's going to help you get through, right? Um, because you just need to be able to find what's going to help you. So in this self-acceptance is where all the life coaching stuff is, like self-reflective exercises like goal setting, vision boards, holding each other accountable types of exercises, tips and tools to move you forward through your life that is one that you really want to live and thrive in, right? And there'll also be tips with like realigning your chakras. We'll explore some sound healing, intuitive tarot, crystal healing. Um, really, just make this your whole like your podcast that is your um, holistic sanctuary, right? What can I do to pick up some tips that will be accessible to real folks like you and me? And that's how I live, right? The tools and the tips and the conversations from the heart will all have takeaways that are designed for you to really just heal and balance yourself until we meet one-on-one. Whether you come and join me on a retreat, come as a private client, a corporate client, a virtual session. You can also join me privately for some other teacher trainings or retreats. Whatever it is, just know that I'm like your sister friend. And I'm here to support you. So who's my audience? You actually found the channel or you were referred to the channel. So what that means is there's something about you that's going to resonate with something about me and how I'm educating. And that is when, you're speaking and you smile because, you're often saying, yep, I think I'm answering that other person's prayer or question in their head or heart, right? And it could be you, who knows? I teach everyone. I teach everyone because these tools are accessible for everyone. They are thousands of years old and everyone has a different way of deciphering it, right? So please know that, as a fellow New Yorker, I don't spread glitter. Like I shoot straight to it. But it's an ancient science that really is beautiful when embraced and apply to your modern day world because it's timeless. It's timeless information. So you won't sit there going, well, how does this apply to me? Because how can I put this in today? Or, I got too many things going on and I don't have time for this. But I can tell you that if you just pause and just listen, something's going to appeal to you. Something in each episode will appeal to everyone, whether you use it for yourself or you use it to support others, right? I love supporting professional women. Those are my jam, right? They're my jam because it's me. We are the daughters that like had a dream and had the grit and hustle to make it happen. We're the ones that have been really, really at it so much. And sometimes we just feel unseen for our accomplishments, or we were told to be humble and we've accomplished so much that we won't even celebrate who we are, right? Many of us, like I said, are wearing so many different hats. We're high powered executives, we're entrepreneurs, we're moms, we're spouses, we're partners, we're daughters, we're friends. And we often get caught up so much in saving the world that we forget ourselves, leading to burnout, feeling lost, feeling stuck, feeling like, what the hell happened to me? I spent all these years putting everybody first. And now I'm in this space, this abyss where I'm just not feeling fulfilled. I'm feeling a little lonely. I'm feeling stuck. I feel like I'm at a crossroad. Maybe I'm not. I just want to be seen and I'm tired. So this is your time. Invest in yourself. Invest in yourself these 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 every now and then. But this podcast is for you. And my philosophy of care, of well-being is continuous. It's really nonlinear because that's how our journeys in life are, right? We're always going to be a work in progress. And my goal is to give you a solid foundation of wellness that you're not going to get every place else, but that you can build on independently without getting overwhelmed with all this different wellness information and opinions out there. I want you to learn to develop your own discernment, learn to advocate for yourself, for your own health, because our health struggles can be daunting at sometimes, but being healthy shouldn't be punishing ourselves. And an approach to well-being is always through self-discovery, curiosity, and joy. And so my inspiration, I just believe that we're all self-healers, and it's just a matter of finding that healer within, because my own journey came from many different health crises, right, over different decades, that I will always call different wellness awakenings. And in my own desperate effort to get healthier, I always went first to exploring holistic modalities and practices. And I realized that I started to feel better over and over and over, and helping others feel better too really is what, it just puts me in awe to know, like, the magic of this human body that we're in. So join me. This is going to be our journey. I want you to listen to the podcast for inspiration. I want you to take some practical tips. Tell your friends, subscribe, share it with a link. It's going to be super cool, interactive. There's going to be like our sister circle. Whether you're looking for your own guidance in your own wellness journey or seeking some purpose, life driven coaching, I'm here to support, not save, right? I can just hold the space for you and give you the tools. So let's explore this path together. It's a well being path. And definitely follow me on all of my other social media contacts. It's at Erica Garcia Yoga Vida. And I'm on YouTube. Obviously, you found me here, but I'm also on IG and LinkedIn. Feel free to download whichever podcast resonate to you and listen to me as your catalyst and as your guide. But together, we're going to uncover the healer within you. I really want to thank you for listening and welcome all of your comments and all of your messages, because that's what's going to help me grow this channel exactly the way you want it. So I am Erica Garcia Abigail. Once again, thank you so much. And there is so much more to come. So see you soon. Ciao.